The light is great today. At least there's one. Listen, 3, 2, 1. That's much different. 3, 2. No, joking. So it's Tau time. It's Tau time. Thank you, Enzo, for coming up with this fantastic title for tea time today. It's Tau time. We just released the Tau for Battle Sector, and we have just fired Enzo for the copy. No. It's David. Welcome, David, and welcome back from your business trips. Hello, Edmond. Hello, Richard. Hello, Mordante. Towel time. Mordante, you're becoming like increasingly cringe. It's becoming a little bit like, ta-da, Enzomania. Hello, Sergeant Z-Dog. Hello, everyone. Big day today. We have the launch of Battle Sector Tau, which is the latest on the new factions of Battle Sector. Do we have a video for that? Yes, we have, right? Mickey has been put under an enormous amount of pressure to prepare this because we think we are super good at preparing tea time, so we leave it to the very, very last minute, and usually it becomes like a rush to, did you remember this? So this sheet of paper was just brought to me about 30 seconds ago, but you know, it's all good. We're getting there. And so let's take a look at the video for Tau and the units that this DLC brings. That was amazing, and I have to say that when I look at Battle Sector and the evolution of Battle Sector and what we released over the years, and on this thank you to Black Lamp Games putting an enormous amount of effort into building things that are really adding stuff, not only units, but gameplay experience is different, and the way you sort of use your units is different, and this faction in particular is really something that really adds a lot more to the ranged combat and you know, a lot of gameplay, of additional gameplay. Also, it's kind of looks different as well. Lots of new terrain types, and the maps look different as well. So you really see that it's not only just, hey, let's throw in some more units in the game. It's really about, you know, crafting a new gameplay experience. So I'm very, very happy about this particular DLC. It's been a long time in the works, and I really hope that you guys enjoy it. Battle Sector is going from strength to strength. We have been having an influx of new players over Christmas, people that love the game. So Tau is going to be a great addition to that, and there's a lot more to add to the game, we'll listen. If you have ideas on what you would like to see next, if you have sort of preferences and ideas on new gameplay features and so on, just please make sure you join the Discord and give us your opinions. And we're always here to listen to you and also to run polls and to sort of try and understand what's coming next. And Yuliug, Gamer, same. Absolutely hear you on the new story campaigns. We absolutely understand that this is a much requested thing that was actually requested from day one in the game. And the game wasn't really structured to create additional story campaigns. And thanks for running a poll. I think that's probably David. So, in general, the game wasn't structured for that. So it took us a long time. It took Black Lab a long time to make sure that this was going to be possible. So hopefully this is going to be one of the things that we look into now and just after the release of Battle Sector. I'm sure Shards will make sure we get some Imperial Guard next. Well, David is very pushy about the Imperial Guards, so who knows? Who knows? And when David is pushy, he usually gets what he wants. And also, yes, make some maps. So the Tau DLC comes with the map editor as well. And so that's a nice way to sort of add an extra layer of, create new content and play with new content over time. I'm sure that we'll have a lot of, a lot of content coming through this the release of the map editor. One important note, we have the PC and Xbox releasing today. PlayStation is releasing soon, and with soon I mean that I don't know exactly when, because the patch is still under approval with the Sony, so we don't know exactly when the game will be made available there. We were hoping to get release day and date and make sure that everyone was aligned, but that wasn't possible. We are going to keep you posted on that specifically, and hopefully you'll get more news about it in the coming days. Yes. What's next for Battle Sector? Shooty. Well, only 5 votes doesn't count. 5 votes is not a statistic. We are in marketing, so we need a lot more to make base our decisions on. So come on, guys, vote, and give us opinions on Discord, on the Steam page, anywhere you want, really. There was another big bet on the table before at the end of the last tea time. I wanted to. We had David picking. I think Annalisa winning the Sanremo Festival, and me picking Geolier. Neither of us won. I came second. Well, Geolier came second, and Annalisa came third. But we have officially an Italian representative for the Eurovision Song Contest now, in the name of Angelina Mango. Angelina Mango. See? Yes, 20 seconds, because otherwise Twitch will cancel us forever. So thank you, Miki. I just wanted to share with you that this is the woman who will win the Eurovision Song Contest in May. Will at least beat Finland, that's for sure. And there's no internal thing here. That's for sure. So that was for Battle Sector. Make sure that you take advantage of all the promotions that run on all the websites and so on. There's a lot going on. So if you want to sort of, even browse all the third-party stores and so on. There's a lot of people giving their own version of promoting things and discounting things. So give it a quick go. I think we've got a lot of partners doing very cool things with the game currently. I thought it was Sporty Spice. Well, yeah, no, Sporty Spice. Come on, that was 30 years ago. I was young. I had hair. Nuclear War Simulator is on sale on Matrix. That's one thing. I mean, I wanted to this is something that we're trying to do more, recurring sales on stuff. There was a newsletter coming out yesterday with the Valentine's Day coupon on Matrix as well. If you want to have access to dedicated coupons and things, also make sure that you subscribe to the newsletter. It's a great way of keeping in touch with us, and also a way of taking advantage of specific sales that we guarantee only for our newsletter subscribers. I wanted to I don't know if Liam is on the chat today, but I wanted to give big props to him and the second edition of the ship design contest that we're running on Rule the Waves 3. There has been some really, really cool submissions. I have to say that you guys have been very creative, and it's been a pleasure to see all these stream of content through the Discord channel. Of course, this time around we'll also have Tortuga, Das Tactic, and Drakinifel being judges on the contest. So make sure you, I think you've got until the 22nd to submit your entries. So make sure you do that. You wouldn't believe the ideas and cool things that came through this time. I'm very happy about it, because we start these things usually saying, okay, well, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? And it's always like, testing and understanding, what could work and what couldn't. And I have to say, the community with Rule the Waves has been absolutely fantastic in, supporting the ideas throughout. You guys have been amazing. So thank you for that, and big props to Liam for organizing this with the team here. Battlesec needs a painting. I've seen some. I'm sure Sanremo is a key point of interest for this audience. Yuliug, there's like 30 seconds, 1 minute for every tea time. We don't care at all about the key points of interest of the audience. We just like to chat about stuff that no one cares about, which I care about. So sorry if I took your time for, but that was something I wanted to say. I've heard a lot of Battlesector needs a painting section for your figures, much like on the game Moonbreaker. That's not something we can actually do right now. There's all sorts of limitations to that, so that's not going to be possible in the short term. Sorry for that. And I'm pretty sure that people would pay for a paid DLC doing that, but it's not, unfortunately, not going to be possible for the moment. I'm just a quick thing. I can't see the chat because I can only see the poll right now. Just sorry, guys. See, we have 105 votes for Battle Sector, which I'm sure are not at all curated by David. Like, not at all. See? Mickey's like doing, what else? What's happening? Well, don't worry, I've got it here. It's not a problem at all. The other thing was on Panzer Corps. Last week we've done a sort of reveal of the new Panzer Corps series, Frontlines Bulge. We had a very positive response from really everyone about this new idea on creating a series of Panzer Corps DLCs that was more like zoomed in and was really very much about a single operation or a single time frame in World War II. And I have to say that these sparked a lot of internal conversations. So we have been discussing a lot about what's next and the future of Panzer Core. So we're looking forward to the release of Bulge in March, so that we can all see if this is a thing that you guys like, and then base our future plans on Panzer Core, also based on the feedback that we have there. Because I have to say that I was blown away by the success of 46, of Axis Operation 46. So overall, I was like, oh, we should do more of these, like what-if scenarios and so on. But then on the other side, how you guys have reacted on the Frontlines announcement, it's all like very interesting to see that this series has so much different approaches we could take. There's a dev diary for Panzer Core on the Steam page on our website, so just check it out. Any news on Roman Empire's game? It's been a while since one's released. Bro? Yeah, well, I can't say much, but yeah, you can be optimistic for the future. Fog 40k battle sector, Sergeant Z-Dog, not likely. My vote for the next Panzer Corps is Fog 2 Napoleonic, I guess. Any update on Pacific? Asterix, not really, no. There's really consider it shelved for the moment. Although we're tinkering with it, there's no real plan for Pacific right now. See, Gamer, good point. Again, I think that the idea here is that, or I think the outcome of this will be that you'll see that the Panzer Corps community is going to sort of be fragmented, and some will very much like the zoomed-in content, some will sort of stick to the others. Also, there's a lot of people who are really enjoying the chess maps, so even the completely different type of experience. So again, there's a lot there to be learn from, and we can sort of take it from there and understand which one has more legs. Yeah, that works much better. Thank you. What's next in the combat mission, Mike? There's plans for combat mission. I guess that this is something that will be prepared to announce when Battlefront is also ready. But yes, there's definitely work currently being done on combat mission, both on the present and on the future. Any news on Scramble or Ancient Arenas chariots? Richard, Scramble, definitely more news coming, probably around mid-March, mid-March, I guess. That's when, and Ancient Arenas, full disclosure, we had a nice, very constructive meeting with our team in Poland this week, namely David, Neil, and Annie were going to, sort of re-kick off the project as as the guys were ended doing the first part of Stargate. So we now have sort of a new sort of new life to the project. So we'll give you updates as soon as we have sort of more information, and these conversations have formed into more clear ideas. Why did you choose Frontlines and not start overlight operations campaigns? Julio, good point. I mean, the idea was really that we want to try something a little bit different. There's commercial reasons. There's reasons that go like more about gameplay. The idea of creating long operational campaigns, like the Axis one, is good, but then you're stuck into serializing things too much, and you're sort of almost trapped into I need to release the next one, and your commercial viability of this becomes less and less interesting, and contributing less and less to the overall project. You're sort of almost like funneling down your community to small bits that are really into this specific operation, and with no focus on other potential things that could be interesting. So that's really the reason why. So we're trying to explore different things, and of course there will be more bigger operations like serialized in the future. That's for sure. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not ignoring you, Mordante. I know you're there. Which is interesting. I mean, I guess that ignoring someone is knowing he's there but not answering. So it could be. Maybe I'm ignoring you. But maybe I'm just about to say something that I don't want you to miss. There's also a few other updates. I wanted to also again, on going back to more wargaming stuff. There has been some pretty successful videos we've released on Flashpoint campaigns. This is one for Sergeant Zedok, I guess. We have released, I think, already 4 of these tutorial sort of videos for Southern Storm, and these have been really, really well received. So we're going to do more and more, but I guess that this is also telling us it's important to know that these games, take Flashpoint or Field of Glory or sort of the more wargamey things that the ones that are they have a very solid community. We're always trying to find ways of sort of expanding these communities to, slightly, beyond what they are. Because the numbers are, the numbers. Usually, you can't really, sort of sell Flashpoint campaigns to people not really interested. What we're trying to do is really try and embrace a wider audience, but trying to sort of explain things in a way that even someone who's not into war games is interested, but not someone who's into completely different things. They have to sort of have a little bit of knowledge about things. So there's that we're doing for war games, and in this, Liam is doing a great job at sort of scripting these things so that they are interesting and entertaining, but at the same time explain the game, in a way that potentially interested people are captured. I absolutely agree with Asterix that there are things that may be added to these games that could interest a wider amount of people. And again, teams are small, so they have to prioritize things, and so we have to come up with what they do next. And it's always like putting and pushing on what they can do that can be productive, but at the same time, make them money to, make a living out of it. So absolutely, understand that the more we manage to sort of embrace a wider audience, the better it is for the team. Go to Milan, eat all the food. You'll soon be a bigger team. Okay. Do you have pictures of yesterday's thing? So I just wanted to show you something, because that's an interesting thing. So yesterday we had here about 20 students from a university here in Milan, and they were like not gamers at all, no gamers at all. This is our office, our room upstairs, big room upstairs, and so they're not gamers or anything. They were really trying to understand and learn what the strategy gaming market is, and how it works and so on. So after we give them lessons, and we give them a sort of a heads up on how it works and all that kind of stuff. And after that, we had a sort of a number of sessions about showing them the demo, the headquarters demo that was just released on Steam. You can still play it, by the way, I think, on the Steam. We had a very, very positive feedback from the Next Fest on Steam. And after that, we make them play Headquarters. Imagine these guys have never played a strategy game at all. They don't know what it is. And the cool thing it was that really we set them up in teams, and they were really trying to figure stuff out together. And it's very interesting because you could actually see that there was interest towards the product, interest towards the game, and it made me think, right, if we manage to sort of involve people who are really not anything to do with strategy games, anything to do with this type of product, but they were so involved in it, that was very, very cool to see, very, very nice to see. They were trying to really figure out stuff in the game and understanding what to do and so on. So, yes, good point, and thank you, Alienware, for providing us with all the machines for this. It's not a small thing, so this is really part of our mission here. Trying as marketing and in general, trying to make our our games popular amongst people who are not really into strategy games or might be interested, but they don't know yet. And I'm pretty sure that like half of the people we had in yesterday went home with the idea of, I really like that stuff. I really want to, play it because it's a challenge and it's interesting, and it made me, feel like, sort of empowered by, winning the thing or winning the missions and understanding how the game works. So I was very, very happy about how it went, and we weren't even planning to share with you guys, but I thought it was very interesting what we came up with. It was very, very good. Armor Brigade has the best dynamic battles and campaigns. I guess that I think that's good. Another good point based on Asterix's feedback before. I guess that some games are sort of more structured to have some different types of game modes and so on. And definitely Armor Brigade has that structure, and it does work very, very well with that. I think that same setting, but they're, Flashpoint and Armor Brigade are different games and different approaches as well. But in general, I think that every game comes with different, I guess approaches in general, but also, comes with the idea of, okay, this is more like, if you want a campaign type game, then yeah, definitely Armor Brigade is your game. Sorry, did I bore you with all this? I thought it was, I don't know, I felt like it was very cool and a very interesting subject. So again, thanks Liam for putting all these Flashpoint campaigns videos together. You're doing a great job. And episode 5 will debut later this month. I think I owe you more news about, on headquarters, we said, go play the demo on Steam. It's still available until, I think, the end of this week. We had a significant number of downloads. We decided to prolong the beta test phase because, well, sort of this demo phase. We didn't have as many negativity as sort of some other games had in the Next Fest this time around. So we decided to sort of make it a bit longer so that people could enjoy it. I mean, there's over an hour and a half of content in the demo, so we wanted people to try and play it from start to finish. And I'm very happy about the results. I think what we'll do is when the demo is done, we'll sit down with Starny Games, Alexander and his team, and possibly having on one of the next tea times or the following one to discuss about what the feedback was and what is next in terms of also officially announcing some release dates and such. Beam Slime, good initiative. A lot of people think war games is like shooter type stuff. Oh yes, this is happening all the time. I don't think I can say this, but I had a call from the Imperial War Museum in London back in probably 2020 or something. And they were like, oh, we want to make a war games exhibition and so on. And they did. And I said, well, it's us. You ask us what you want, and we'll do it together. And they said, oh yeah, no problem. We'd love to have you on board. What you have and so on. And so we've already got great partners. We've got Call of Duty, Arma, and I was like, well, wait, that's not war games. I mean, you can call them whatever you like, but that's not proper war games, or the different things. So we ended up saying, thanks, but no thanks, because we can't be compared, and we can't be in the same bowl as these sort of super stunning FPSs, but not what we do as a business. But yes, in general, the idea, the mainstream idea is that war games are a different thing, are games about war, but that's not the case, of course. Luckily, war games are becoming a buzzword in the defense industry now, and I think there's more recognition about what a war game is, and definitely things are improving. Call of Duty is. Wargaming is indeed still a valid hacking thing in networking. Yeah, no, absolutely. Means something different to everyone you ask. I guess that yes, that's the thing. But it's usually very hard to sort of try and embrace a wider audience if people think that you're doing something different. So, we're doing more games. Oh, really cool. I play Call of Duty. Not that thing. But anyway. There's last topic. We have a new update for Distant Worlds 2. I just remembered that I didn't say Strategic Command World War I Empires in Turmoil in this stream. So that's this is like we have to say every stream. Distant Worlds 2 release. It's called the Stellar update. It brings really, in general, major improvements for gameplay. Mainly, it's like a lot of bug fixing, like huge, like quality of life and game quality fixes. And it's also an update that massively improves the performance, and that's something that we keep trying to do with Distant Worlds 2. The team is working endlessly to sort of improve the game over and over and over again. And before we come to announce your next big DLC as well, there's also been some pathfinding issues sorted out, and so yeah, give it a check. I guess download it if you got the game, and there's probably going to be more promotional opportunity for Distant Worlds coming. So watch out for that. Also, I want to give you the latest streaming schedule, so are we sure this is correct? Yeah. Can you check Friday the 16th? Yeah. All right, so on Thursday, we have, which is today, is it? Yes, it's today after this. Ricardo, playing Warhammer 40k Battle Sector Tau. Welcome the Tau, officially welcome the Tau in our channel. After that, on 6:30, we have Hexabu playing Starship Troopers, Terran Command, Raising Hell. Then we have Hexabu, yes, after this. And then Friday, tomorrow, we have at 6, we have Stargate. Then at 8, we have XTRG with Terminator Dark Fate Defiance. And at 10, we have Richard York with Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector Tau. Monday, we have a 4th for Matrix Monday. We have Sergeant Zedok playing his own favorite Flashpoint campaign, Southern Storm, and Das Tactic. We playing Rule the Wave at 6:15, and Hexabu playing Shadow Empire at 8:15. On Wednesday, Wednesday is release day for us next week because we release Terminator Dark Fate Defiance. I thought it was weird that we didn't talk about Dark Fate today, but yes, it's coming next week, and we have all ducks in a row for this release. Hopefully everything will be smooth as silk. And as I say this, somebody is touching wood like mad. But on Wednesday next week, we have at 6 p.m. we have XTRG playing the game for a couple of hours. Big hugs to Yog Dog, and get well soon. Make sure that you come back and see us as soon as you can in our stream and in your channel as well. What month will there be an announcement about the new folk title? And then with this very original and never seen before question, I will leave you without an answer. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.
The attraction towards new experiences is powerful. Alienware gear isn't made to resist that pull. It's made to accelerate it, to transport you to new places where you can embrace difference and leave familiar behind, bringing you ever closer to the ultimate experience. See you on the other side.